In this video, we'll be looking at color grading in Snapseed. My name still remains Vitochi Nazar Prince. So the first thing we need to do is to remove the pimples on our face using the healing tool. So locate the healing tool, then tap on the particular spot that there is pimples to remove it, just like you can see on the screen. Once you're done with that, just use the mark sign to confirm that task. So the next thing we'll be using is the lens blur. Just slightly blur this a little, just a little. So we just need like 1 or 2. This is too much. You just stick to 2 or 1. The blur strength +1 or +2. Even +3 is still fine. I just want that little blur touch. So don't do it to the extreme, just that little blur touch. So invert it, then erase the image. I just want the background to be blurred a little. Good. So once you have achieved this, the next thing is to locate the portrait. Then for the portrait, please follow my settings, Combo TV. That's what you should use. Turn off the face spotlight, then increase the skin smoothing to about 66. Then reduce the eye clarity 0. We don't need that. So this is what you should be having. If you actually follow my settings, this is what you should be having. The next thing is to locate the tone image. We decrease the saturation, increase the contrast, +6 is okay. Then for the shadow, we increase that to +29. Highlight, we want to reduce that. So we reduce that to about -50. 50 is okay. Then this is what you should be having. If you actually follow my settings, this is what you should be having. We're able to change the image from the way it was to this current skin tone. So the next thing you're going to do is locate the curve, then look at all my points. Just take note of the points, then slightly adjust the curve. Just like you can see on the screen. Slightly adjust the curve. So you can take your time and do this. You don't have to rush the whole process, because sometimes curve is tricky. Yes, using the curve tool can be very tricky. So I always advise you take your time and do this. You don't have to rush this. So right now we still need to use the tool image because I want to create that unique skin tone. So we locate the saturation and ambience this time. So reduce the ambience to -20, 21 is fine. So we can stick to that. -21, that should be fine. But let me still see, because I want to create that unique skin tone. Okay, 31, let's stick to 31, and this is beautiful. So let me know what you think in the comment box. What do you think about the before and the after? What do you think? Do you think you prefer the before or the after? Just let me know your honest review. So I'm doing this video because I've gotten some requests how to create this kind of skin tone. So that is just the reason why I'm doing this video. But let me know what you think. Do you feel like the process is complex? Do you feel like this is something simple that you can also do or achieve? So at this point, I just want to add little green, not so much, little green to it. So locate the Grammy fill, then we just add little green to it. So for these inverts, you can invert to actually see what you're doing, but I don't think that is necessary for my own end. What I just have to do here is to just erase that of the lips, the eyelashes, and the eyebrow. That is just all. So that is just what you need to erase that green on. So I don't want that part to have those greens. So just erase that. And we are good to go. That is nice. This looks so nice. This looks so nice. So let me know what you think in the comment box. So this is not just the final result. We need to take it to photo room and replace the background and also do few adjustments, just like you can see. So the next thing we'll do right now is to open photo room. So just select the image. Alright, so at this point, what you need to do right now is to bring in that particular image that you save on Snapseed. So come over to the start from photo button. So just tap on that to locate that particular image. So you just pick up the image this way, then automatically you remove the background. So for these, you have to choose transparent. What we need to do here is to replace the background so it can fit into the image. So that is just what we are doing here. So what you just need to do is to head over to backgrounds, then locate image, not instant background, not colors, but locate image. Image will lead you to your gallery, whereby you select the background you want to use. So just like you can see on the screen, I'll just quickly select the background. Alright, so these are the few background that I've downloaded, and I'll just use this one. So you come over to this place and you can do something like this. You can change the positioning. So I always advise you lock the subjects. So come over to this place and lock objects. So like this, to avoid the subject from moving around. So we just do something like this. So once you have achieved this, you come over to blur. So the blur we'll be using is this disc, the last one. That is what we'll be using. Then you can just decrease the disc a little to 21, and that is it. That is it. So beautiful. So if you feel like the background is not to your own taste, you can go out again and change the background, images, and so we just pick a new background. We just pick this one. So this is just how to change the background. If you feel like the background is not to your taste, you can always do that here. You can always change the background.
we can do something like this. I think I prefer this background, so I'll stick to this. Then locate the blur. Then, so this is it. This is beautiful. So you can play around with the background to get your desired results. But I'll just use this. I think I love this. So I'll just use this. So that just is very easy. Then you locate export, then you save to gallery.